Sir, I have the privilege to call upon the Pro-Chancellor to deliver his address. The Pro-Chancellor of the University, sir.
In the name of God, the most beneficent, the most merciful. I start with the protocols. The visitor and President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the Senate President and distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria here present, the Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members of the House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria here present, His Excellency, our distinguished Dr. Kiyomi Adeshina, CON, President, African Development Bank, and our 2025 Convocation lecturer, the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Tundi Alausa, other honorable ministers and members of the Federal Executive Council, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Education, and other permanent secretaries here present, Your Excellencies, ambassadors and members of the Diplomatic Corps, the Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, Professor Yusuf Ribadu, Your Majesties and Royal Highnesses, heads of government parastatals and chief executives, officers here present, vice chancellors of universities here present, former vice chancellors of National Open University of Nigeria here present, our distinguished chairman of the Convocation lecture, our own professor, distinguished Professor Tairu Jega, the principal members and officers of the Senate of National Open University, our distinguished honorary awardees, my lords, spatial and temporal, staff and students of National Open University of Nigeria, friends of National Open University of Nigeria, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor and profound joy that I welcome you all to the 14th Convocation ceremony of the National Open University of Nigeria. This occasion is one of the most significant events in the life of our university, serving as a testimony to our unwavering commitment to providing quality, accessible education to all regardless of location and circumstances. Today, we celebrate the achievements of our graduating students who have persevered through academic rigors to earn their respective degrees and diplomas. As chairman of the governing council of this esteemed institution, we recognize the immense responsibility placed on us to steer now towards greater heights in fulfilling its mandate. Since our inauguration in the year 2024, Council has remained resolute to ensure that the impact of the university is felt across the country through the open and distant learning mode of instructional delivery. We firmly believe that open and distant learning is a very powerful tool for expanding access to higher education, especially for individuals who may not have had the opportunity to attend the conventional universities. In modern times, it's imperative that all prejudices, notions about the university and its innovative mode of delivery be firmly discontinued. I must add that I need to congratulate all those who have been responsible for the growth and development, and especially thank them, the Vice Chancellor, the Pro-Chancellors, the lecturers, and all other non-academic staff that were able to bring this university to where it is today. And also special thanks to our own very, very indefatigable Vice Chancellor, Professor Femi Peters, who we met and we realized and discovered that he is an energetic and very, very foresighted leader who has carried on from where these distinguished gentlemen, academics, who have brought the university from where he took over. To further our commitment to excellence, Council has embarked on strategic interventions, including visits to selected study centers across the country. These visits have enabled us to assess the current state of our centers and explore avenues to enhance the profile and functionality. This insight gained from these engagements are already informing critical decisions in improving infrastructure, administrative efficiency, and student support. I want to draw your attention to our distinguished leader here present as represented by the NEC Secretary and the Minister, Right Honorable Speaker, that this university requires special attention when it comes to infrastructure at the centers. I'm assuring you that each center is a university on its own. So your university, the National Open University today, has close to 150 universities put together in this very place we call National Open University. Because I went there, I visited many centers, and I saw it for myself. Each center is a university with all the departments that you can imagine, especially for those that have been accredited by NUC. So therefore, if special attention is given to this university, I believe less pressure will be put on the conventional universities. And of course, the competing demand, the continuous demand for envelopes from the federal government will reduce substantially. And children of our very poor people will have access to education at the cheapest rate you can ever discover in this country. My assessment, with a minimum of 2 million naira, you can sponsor your student from year 1 to when he is graduating in year 4. So you can imagine how cheap it is to fund a student through the university. Mr. Speaker, sir, Mr. President, sir, well, I'm a product of the university. I went to Ahmadu Bello University. And of course, I had my master's program in University of Jos. But when I graduated in 1979, I knew what the quality of education is. I'm assuring you the quality of education I have observed here is the same thing like the quality of education I received when I was getting out of ABU. So by all standards, transparency, mode of delivery, and of course, capacities and qualification of the lecturers that impart knowledge through a means that is electronic is just something that is quite impressive and a wonderful development in Nigeria. We are also working closely with the university management to ensure that all necessary learning support facilities for students are enhanced and the teaching is delivered using appropriate technology tools. As a technology-dependent institution, Council is pleased with the deliberate and consistent effort to provide multimodal facilities for instructional delivery, including updated instructional materials. Notably, a true reflection of the efficient and visionary leadership being provided on highly respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Olufemi Peters. At this juncture, I wish to make a passionate appeal to the visitor of the university, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to graciously consider approval for non-graduates to participate in the National Youth Service. I was made to understand earlier that Mr. President has given a note to that effect, but up till now, I think the implementation is having some little challenges. But we'll pursue this, its logical conclusion, and make sure that our students enjoy the service of the National Youth Service. Over the years, the demographic composition of our students has evolved, with an increasing number of young school leavers enrolling in our program. In the light of this transformation, it is only fitting that we are afforded the same opportunities as their peers in conventional university. This will ensure social justice, equity, national cohesion, which will equip Nigerians with knowledge, skills, attitudes, and that would ensure their employability, which is the focus of the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President. This appeal is in line with the President's renewed hope agenda, education roadmap 2024-2027, which is aimed at ensuring educational opportunities are widened and quality education is accessible to all, with particular attention to the marginalized and underserved population, reducing disparities from discrimination between open and distant learning students and conventional students by ensuring equity, justice to all Nigerians, particularly those who choose to study through open and distant learning. It is obvious that strengthening the National Open University of Nigeria, which will increase and lead to increase in access to marginalized groups in accordance with the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President. I've earlier mentioned that aspect. From the comfort of their villages and houses, remotest or remote students who are qualified can gain admission and study bachelor's degrees and even higher degrees of master's and PhD from the comfort of their rooms and at the cheapest possible rate. Similarly, we seek a formal intervention of the status of our law program. Despite producing outstanding students, our law students continue to face barriers in gaining admission into the university law school, the Nigerian law school. Noting the preparedness of the university management under the able leadership of our Vice Chancellor and Council President to meet all conditionalities, we respectfully urge the relevant authorities to grant necessary approval to enable these graduates to pursue their professional training without hindrance, which will enable them to practice law and occupy positions in the judiciary and the legal system in the country, whereby contributing to national development, just like it is in the case of law students of other sister open universities. In other countries, students of open university who undergo law programs are normally given the opportunity to go to law schools and become recognized lawyers. We urge and appeal to the system to consider these young men and women who have labored for so many years to earn the law degree, to be given the opportunity to go to law school and spend their 1 year to obtain their LLB. Furthermore, we acknowledge and deeply appreciate the tremendous support that Tertiary Education Trust Fund, that state fund, has extended to our university over the years. Many of these have been enumerated by our Vice Chancellor on a number of occasions, and I believe which he will in his speech. However, as NOUN continues to play a pivotal role in widening access to higher education, especially for students unable to gain admission into conventional institutions. We appeal for continued and increased support. Our infrastructural needs remain considerably, and especially for the university, with national mandate. With sustained TED fund intervention, we are confident that expanding our capacity to deliver world-class open distance learning education is made available at the doorstep of each and every Nigerian. I had earlier mentioned about our needs to rehabilitate, reconstruct in some cases, our study centers out there, and to build more so that education can be made accessible to every Nigerian, remote as your environment or your village may be. You are entitled to that education. And it's only the Open University that has a system that can deliver this kind of education. So I appeal to Mr. President and all those in the educational institutions who manage education to put this one as a priority. And I also appeal to private sector players who, in the name of social corporate responsibility, to support by renovating and constructing such facilities that we have all over the country. I know most of our institutions today, they declare mega profits beyond anybody's imagination. And we are not beggars though, but this is an institution that is worth investing. And of course, it's worth having charity. And much as our own dear MD of African Development Bank has done too much for Nigeria, but like Father Christmas, I will still go with a cap in hand for assistance so that he can use his own network the world over to support raising finances for this our great university, because we know Nigeria is such a large country that the budgeting system comes in an envelope form which sadly will not satisfy the National Open University. So we appeal, Mr. President of the African Development Bank, our own Dr. Akiumi, this is our modest request. But like I said, we are not ungrateful. We are very grateful for your contribution, your support to so many projects in Nigeria that I believe your passion for education. And you are being assured that this is about the best vehicle to educate Nigerians. I believe you will give it some thought like you have always done. To our graduating students, today marks a defining milestone in your academic and professional journey. As you step into the next chapter of your lives, I urge you to uphold the values of discipline, diligence, and distinction that this university has instilled in you. We be proud ambassadors of NOUN and contribute meaningfully to the development of our great nation. This address would not be complete without acknowledging the noteworthy presence of our distinguished honoraries. I particularly congratulate the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, Ian Zazzau, PhD, GCON, on being awarded the Doctorate of Business Administration honoris caucus. The same heartfelt congratulations go to Dr. Akinwobi, our dear brother and friend, Adeshina CON, President and Chairman of the African Development Bank Group, on his well-deserved conferment with the honorary doctorate degree of Human Letters, honoris caucus. These honors are not only richly deserved, but also a clear demonstration of the confidence reposed in the university as a credible platform for learning through the open and distance learning. On this momentous 14th convocation, the university releases over 14,000 bright minds from 9 faculties into the world like stars cast into the sky, ready to illuminate every corner of the society. So once again, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all graduates, and I warmly welcome you all to this auspicious occasion. I thank you, and may the God Almighty bless the University of Nigeria, Open University of Nigeria, and bless also our great nation and our great president, and also our great leaders in the National Assembly and all other levels of government. I thank you very much, and God bless you all.